There is a heavy, unspoken frequency hanging in the air between you and someone else, Cancer. You felt it. It's that weird static you feel when you think about them, or that sudden drop in your stomach when their name comes up in conversation. You've been questioning your own intuition, wondering if you're making it all up or if the connection you feel is entirely one-sided. But the universe is revealing today that the silence on the other end isn't a lack of interest, it's a battle. Someone is currently standing on the edge of their own emotional cliff, looking at the depth of what they feel for you, and they are terrified. They are fighting a war between their logic and their heart, and right now, their logic is losing. They are trying to stay on the safe path, but the frequency of your connection is pulling them toward the wild. Welcome back to Willow and the Wild, to the new viewers led here by Source and the returning collective. I'm glad you're here. We are diving into the deep, unspoken truths of a connection that has been left in the dark for far too long. This is a reading for the Cancer Collective about the energy of a specific person who is currently resisting the pull toward you. We are going to look at the frequency of their fear, the truth of their intentions, and why the universe has kept this hidden from you until this exact moment in 2026. This isn't about surface-level movements. We are looking at the soul-level shifts that are happening behind the scenes. We are stripping away the excuses to see the raw energy underneath. The first energy manifesting is the Knight of Swords. This represents the person you are thinking about. In this frequency, the Knight of Swords is someone who leads almost exclusively with their mind. They are fast, they are sharp, and they pride themselves on being purely logical. They have spent their whole life building a fortress out of their intellect. For them, emotions are messy, emotions are unpredictable and a threat to the order they've created. And for someone who likes to be in total control, you and the water energy you bring represent a threat to that control. This resonates with someone who has been trying to think their way out of loving you, as if love were a problem to be solved rather than a frequency to be felt. The internal shadow for this person is a fear of being truly seen. As a Cancer, your energy acts like a mirror. When they look at you, they don't just see you, they see the parts of themselves they've tried to bury. They see their own vulnerabilities, their own needs, and the parts of their heart they've kept locked away. The unspoken truth is that they are fighting these feelings because they know that if they let you in, they will have to change. They know that a connection with you isn't surface level, it's a total transformation. This Knight of Swords energy is them riding away as fast as they can, trying to outrun a feeling that has already caught up to them. They are exhausted, Cancer. You can only fight against Source for so long before your armor starts to crack under the weight of the truth. Next, the Two of Swords surfaces. This is the stalemate. This is exactly where they are sitting in the physical world right now. They have their arms crossed over their heart, blindfolded, refusing to look at what is right in front of them. They are telling themselves that they are undecided, but the truth is they've already made a decision, they're just afraid to act on it. This Two of Swords energy is a mental prison. They are weighing the pros and cons of a connection that cannot be measured by logic. They are trying to use a map to navigate a vast ocean, and it isn't working. The unspoken truth here is that they are waiting for you to make it easy for them. They are waiting for you to reach out, to chase them, or to lower your frequency so they can feel safe in their control again. But the universe is closing that door. You are being called to stay in your power while they sit in their stalemate. This is a test of your own sovereignty. Will you chase someone who is intentionally wearing a blindfold to avoid seeing your worth? When we look at the Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords together, we see a person who is mentally noisy but physically still. They are thinking about you constantly. Their frequency is vibrating with your name every time they close their eyes, but their pride is keeping them stationary. This friction is what you've been picking up on. You've been feeling their energy reaching out to you in the quiet moments, in your dreams, and in the space between your thoughts, while in the world of actions there is nothing but silence. This is the disconnect that has been making you feel like you're losing your mind. You aren't. You are just sensing a battle that hasn't reached the physical world yet. You are picking up on the static of their resistance. Now, the materialism card manifests in the center of the reading. In this connection, this person is using the physical world as a shield. They are fighting their feelings by burying themselves in their career, their finances, and their status. They believe that if they can just accumulate enough stuff or reach a high enough level of success, they won't have to feel the pull of the water energy you bring. They are choosing the cold, hard logic of the material world over the wild, unpredictable nature of their heart. This is their distraction. Every time they think of you, they redirect that energy into a project, a deadline, or a purchase. They are trying to build an empire to hide from an emotion. The internal shadow of this materialism is a deep-seated belief that they aren't safe unless they are in control of their environment. They have associated vulnerability with weakness or a loss of status. Admitting that they care about you feels like a threat to the rigid structure they've spent years building. The unspoken truth here is that they are using their external success to try and prove to themselves that they don't need you. But the materialism energy sitting here shows that no matter how much they build, the foundation is hollow without the emotional resonance they are running from. They are trying to buy their way out of a soul connection, but the universe doesn't accept that currency. They are working late to avoid thinking of you, but you are still there in the silence of their drive home. Clarifying this focus on the material, we see the Six of Wands. This is about ego and public image. This person cares deeply about how they are perceived by the world. They want to be seen as the victor, the one who is successful and completely unaffected by weak emotions. The Six of Wands suggests that they view winning as staying in control of their image. Admitting they have deep feelings for you feels like a defeat to their ego. They want the victory of being the one who didn't crack first. It's a game of pride, Cancer, but the universe is showing you that the prize they're playing for is empty and cold. They are chasing a hollow victory based on status rather than truth. As we move into your foundations, the Nine of Pentacles surfaces. This is your energy. It's the energy of a person who is whole, abundant, and completely fine on their own. The universe is showing you this card to remind you that while they are fighting their feelings by chasing material wealth, you have already achieved true abundance. The frequency of the Nine of Pentacles is what is actually drawing them in so intensely. They see your independence, they see your glow, and they are intimidated by it. They are used to people who need them for security, but they see clearly that you don't. That is the most attractive and the most terrifying thing they have ever encountered. The unspoken truth here is that they are waiting for you to fail in some way, not because they hate you, but because they want you to be manageable again. They want you to need their resources so the power balance shifts back into their favor. But the frequency of 2026 is moving you further into your own garden. You are manifesting a life of luxury and peace that has nothing to do with their internal battle. The universe is closing the door on your desire to save them from their own fear. You are being asked to be the Nine of Pentacles, to stay in your own high vibration space and let them do the heavy lifting required to reach you. If they want to be in your garden, they have to drop their armor at the gate. Now, the Seven of Wands reveals the defensive nature of this connection. This person is literally holding the line against their own heart. They have built a wall of excuses, claiming work is too busy, their focus must stay on their empire, or they aren't ready for a real relationship because of their responsibilities. But the Seven of Wands shows that they are exhausted from holding that wall up. They are fighting against a tide that is much stronger than they are. The frequency of your connection is the tide, and their material excuses are just wooden stakes they've driven into the sand. It's only a matter of time before the water washes it all away and leaves them standing exposed in the truth. As we move into the outcome energy, the Ace of Cups manifests. This is the why behind the struggle. This is the offer that is brewing beneath the surface of all this material noise. The universe is revealing that despite the Knight of Swords logic and the weight of the materialism card, an overflowing emotional truth is coming. This is a wild new beginning in love. It's a frequency of emotional honesty that this person has never experienced before. The door to their heart is currently jammed by their own pride, but the Ace of Cups is the flood that is going to burst it open. It is a pure, unadulterated gift from Source that can no longer be contained. This ace is a gift, but it requires you to stay in receiving mode. If you go and try to force the door open for them, you break the frequency of the reading. You are being asked to trust that the universe is working on their heart in the silence. The unspoken truth is that they are already having conversations with themselves about you. They are practicing what they want to say when they finally stop hiding behind their work. They are visualizing a reality where they stop fighting and start flowing with you. The Ace of Cups is the promise that the battle will end, but it has to end on the universe's timeline, not yours. You cannot rush a river. The Ten of Swords moves forward to show the end of the struggle. This is the final death of their resistance. Someone is reaching a breaking point. They can no longer sustain the Knight of Swords persona. They can no longer pretend the Two of Swords stalemate or the materialism distraction is working for them. The Ten of Swords is the moment they finally hit bottom with their own ego. It's the moment they realize that fighting their feelings for you is actually more painful than surrendering to them. This resonates with a sudden, total collapse of their defenses. The wall they've been holding up in the Seven of Wands is finally falling down. This collapse is necessary for the rebirth of the connection. The universe is telling you that the stuck energy is about to be cleared away completely. The unspoken truth of the Ten of Swords is that the sun is rising right behind those swords. It is the end of the night for this connection. You are being guided to stop mourning the silence and start preparing for the conversation. The frequency of your path is moving into a space of unfiltered truth. No more masks, no more games, no more material-based excuses, just the raw, wild reality of what is. They are coming to the end of their own rope, and the only thing left to do is let go and fall into the water. At the bottom of the deck, the shadow energy reveals the High Priestess. For a Cancer, this is your ultimate spiritual authority. She is the one who has been holding the secret of their feelings this entire time. She is telling you that you were right all along. Every weird feeling, every dream, and every intuition you had about this person was correct. You weren't delusional. You weren't making it up. You were just ahead of the timeline. You were sensing the truth before they were ready to admit it. The High Priestess is asking you to keep the secret for a little longer. Don't confront them. Don't demand answers. Just know in your heart that you are seen. The shift is coming, Cancer. You are moving from a frequency of doubt into a frequency of total validation. The person fighting their feelings is losing that fight, and they are about to surrender to the water energy you provide. Trust the silence. Trust the wild timing of the universe. Source is clearing the path for a love that is grounded in truth, not ego. You are being upgraded, and your only job is to stay in your Nine of Pentacles energy and let the Ace of Cups find its way to your door. The more you focus on your own glow, the faster they will be drawn out of their darkness. Which part of this resonates most with the weird energy you've been sensing? Is it the silence of the Knight of Swords or the heavy weight of the materialism energy? Manifestation is about staying in your own light, while the universe handles the shadows of others. Stop fighting for someone who is still fighting themselves. Let the silence be your answer until the truth becomes too loud for them to ignore. You don't need to pick the lock. The door is about to be taken off its hinges by the weight of the water behind it. If this reading resonated with you, please like the video and share it with someone who needs this message. Comment below with "I am worth the truth" to claim this frequency and let me know how this energy is showing up for you. Your interaction helps the algorithm find more of the Cancer collective who need this clarity. Make sure to subscribe to Willow and the Wild for more deep-rooted Cancer readings and updates on these 2026 shifts. To understand more about the specific message this person is trying to send you in the silence right now, click on the video on your screen now. You are the master of your own depth. The universe supports you. Stay in your truth.